Yeah, I've got time.
Welcome back to the 20-Minute Gamer channel, everybody. I'm your host, Nick, and we're looking at another game that seems to fulfill our needs as 20-minute gamers. This is a game called Phantom Brigade. It is based around mecha type combat. So you're looking at more of your Eastern style design of mechs. You're thinking of your Armored Core, your Japanese influence type mechanoids versus your Western influence mechs. I would characterize like your Mech Warrior, okay? So this game is about a team that gets cut off and they're just fighting to get land back, and there's a revolution, there's a revolt that's going on, okay? The cutscenes are really beautiful, they're really well done, the combat is really beautiful, really well done, and I'm going to try and explain it a little bit here as well before we jump into it. So it is a turn-based, time-based tactical game. You have a 5-second window every single time where you see the starting point and the ending point of your enemy. In that 5 seconds, you can move your mech as many times as you need to in that 5 seconds, and you can fire your mech's weapon as many times as you can in that 5 seconds, okay? Once that 5 seconds has elapsed, you execute your plan and your mechs go to work. Obviously, the objective is to put down more firepower downrange tactically, where you're punching through the enemy, taking minimal damage, versus just putting your mechs out there to be cannon fodder. Knowing where your mech is going to be, knowing where the enemy mech is going to be, completely changes the very dynamic, because just because you know where they're going to be does not make them an easy target. They're going to position themselves to be in prime location, prime real estate as well. So let's go ahead and excuse me, wow, word salad there. Let's go ahead and get into it. I have a few save points. The tutorial in the very beginning is a little bland, so I did try to blow through that the best I could. There are still a few tutorial pieces in the missions that we're going to go ahead and play though. So let's get into it. All right, so this is going to be the map that we play on, okay? It looks really expansive. You can fast forward through time, you can pause, so you are basically, the general premise is that you're cut off and you have limited resources. So we are going to jump into the Felheim base with our 2 mechs that we have. We just have a small little mobile base. We're going to jump into that, and I'm going to showcase the gameplay and kind of let you make your own opinions. But this is beautiful. It's very beautifully done. So sit tight. Let's get into it. All right, Felheim base, once a mining facility, later retrofitted as an emergency storage depot. Then the invaders came, and like everything else, it fell into enemy hands. You're thinking it too, right? Asks your pilot, grinning. If we can capture the facility, we'd have a home base to fall back to if we needed it. It would get us a foothold in the province and hit them hard while we're at it. It's an opportunity that you can't pass up. It all starts with Felheim. Let's suit up, baby. An intact crawler. I think we struck gold here. Bravo 1. We're seeing 2 mechs approaching from the west, requesting immediate support. You're not going to get it, baby. All right, so the enemy forces come in multiple different forms. Tanks and mecha, all right? Like we discussed, this isn't like Mech Warrior, but it is, where we attribute Mech Warrior to being more of that Western civilization type mechs where they're just war machines. These definitely have more of that Eastern Japanese Gundam Wing type fluidness to them, right? So they still have tanks, they still have treads, as they call them periodically. You hear them call them treads every once in a while, and they still have mecha. So Yep, objectives. This whole demo kind of runs you through a tutorial consistently. So if I'm skipping through something, it's not because I don't want to play the tutorial. It's just because, I mean, tutorials, watching someone play through a tutorial is pretty silly. But then as a content creator, we try and create tutorials to make it easier. You know what? I digress. All right, so this is our time. We have 5 seconds. We have 4.984 seconds that we are going to maneuver time, and we can see where the enemy movement is going to be. We know exactly where their start position is. We know roughly exactly where their end position is. So in that, we have to position our mechs in a way that in a real-time capacity, they take the least amount of damage and they put the most amount of damage downrange, right? Tanks are going to be slow to turn, but they're going to pack a punch. So I'm going to put in him there. We're actually going to go ahead and drop the attack there as well. We'll leave him like that, and then we're going to move him up. We'll push him up there, and then while he's in position, we'll try and do some damage. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit execute. When we execute, everybody is going to move in real time for 5 seconds. It is a 5-second window, all right? Y'all ready? Let's do it. All right. So we're going to put his shield up, and then we're not going to do anything there. We are going to go ahead and swing him forward. If you want to get rid of an action, you just right click and it gets rid of it. Same here, confirm removal. No, I don't want to confirm removal. All right. We're going to rip him up. And much like in Mech Warrior, you do still have heat. So over here on the by the 1 second there, you do have heat, all right? So you have to space your attacks out to deal with the heat dispersion, right? But we are going to keep ripping this guy up. Run away, baby. Run away, little mouse. All right. So this guy's going to drop his shield. If there is an attack, he should be able to block it because Homeboy has himself a big old badass shield right there. So let's let it play. Hot. We did good there. We did really good. Okay. Now we do have one mech that we have to deal with. All right. Now here's what's really cool. All right. If you want to see how everything played out in real time, you can replay it too. There you go. All right, let's go to our planning phase. We're gonna bring Home Slice up. Excuse me. We're gonna bring the Protector up. Blast him with that. And then we're going to move him. So we'll go ahead and engage him while breaking contact. And then right when we get around... That's not going to work. He's going to be ripping at us through the building. So then... I want to swing this way. Pistol there. Pistol there. We're going to overheat. It's run the risk of overheating, but I think this is the play. Let's do it. Look at those bullets flying, bro. Look at that, man. Like, it's just damn smooth, you know? All right. So then we're going to swing him around to the side. And we're going to get some flanking shots in there, you know? If he happens to need the help. All right. Execute. Smoked him. Beautiful. All right, so salvage is something that I'm a little rocky on, okay? So you get rewards by default, all right? So then from your rewards, the enemies, all right, so the weapons worth taking, use up your salvage with destroyed parts costing more to recover. Not everything is worth recovering. A lower cost option is to scrap a part for resources instead. All right. I guess we'll scrap all that stuff. The crew discovers an enormous, heavily fortified vehicle in the base. Inside, there's ample space to accommodate pilots and crew, complete with a bay to house mechs. It's creaky from disuse, but still otherwise intact. All right, so we have a mobile base now. Mech customization is now available. This part is really, really beautiful. Individual parts. Current weapons. Shotgun, assault rifle. Cool. All right. So here's what's cool. You have multiple different liveries that you can pick. You can do a full body. I mean, you know that we love Green Lanterns here, so like we can really stand out if we want. You know, if you like happen to really enjoy like McLaren racing for F1, I mean that's not bad, right? I mean, you got that. Now it doesn't look like you can individually. All right. So we have a longbow and we have a protector. So he's a heavy class, medium speed, short dash. He has 1075 integrity. That's basically your hit points. And the assault class has, God, almost half that, right? So keep that in mind. We're going to go ahead and advance. Home guard. Boss. A pilot calls you already breathless. Intercepted a call. Seeking aid. Yeah, let's do it, man. We can speed this up a little bit. All right, there we go. These are people's homes. All right. All right, carefully inspect the key aspects of the mission. Yes. The holo table lets you preview the terrain positions. These are our pilots. The holo table doesn't actually really do much for me. I mean, I guess I see where the enemy is, but we know that they have 2 units that are there ready to go, and then they have they brought backup. So there's one round of backup. So let's get into it. Point of no return. I'm ready.
So many lives lost. So much devastation. This isn't what I wanted for you. I thought you'd be born in a time of peace and prosperity, of love among people. But the world is so different now. Tanks patrol the streets. Neighbors turn on neighbors. People disappear in the night. They keep telling us this is temporary, that we'll come to love our new way of life. Somehow, I don't believe them. I want to give you the freedom I once had. But how can we few do that alone? We can't keep hope alive for much longer. We pray that someone, anyone, will answer our call.
Told him what's what. The cinematics are really, really good. I really enjoy them. All right. Destroy the alarm tower. Home guard unit has joined the fight. Use its long-range weapons to strike from afar. All right. So here is here's a little lesson in movement. See these yellow domes as they come in? The mechs will literally collide with each other and fall off. And the collision physics are absolutely beautiful. They're absolutely amazing. So I mean, we're not going to do that. But we do want to go ahead and go in and %. It's a good hit ratio. I think we're just going to go ahead and Okay. We'll do what we can to get one hit on him. Let's run it. Let's see where we get. Nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to take him. Start ripping into him, I guess. All right, let's execute. Yikes. Nice hit. Okay. All right. Beautiful. So we're going to take our main mech. We're going to, well, our assaulting mech anyway. Back him up. And then we're going to take this guy. And let's do a couple blasts on him. Beautiful. Nice. All right, so we didn't calculate enough firepower on this guy. So we won't make that mistake this time. Get the sidearm out. The tank is dead. We're going to go ahead and drop our shield. And then we're going to blast this guy. Let's execute. Nice crossfire, boys. Well done. Beautiful. So now we contest the province, and we fight battles until we wear their marker down, just like you would consider matches and, you know, your Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and they have, you know, the dials on each side for how many people, how many spawns remain usually, right? So yeah, so this is once again, this is called Phantom Brigade, and it's out on Epic Store right now, and it's coming to Steam on February 28th. So if this is something that piques your interest, give it a gander. Go to Steam, download the demo, play through the tutorial, get some good feedback on it. But I like it so far. I know I was kind of commenting in my BattleTech video the other day that we're looking for the next good BattleTech game, and this is definitely checking some boxes for me. So I will see you on the next one, though, everybody. You stay safe out there, okay? Nick out.